The last silent switch I reviewed was the Haimu Heartbeat, which I love due to their innovative silencing mechanism that used a plastic relief cut on the stem as opposed to the more commonly seen rubber dampeners in other switches. In the SwitchModders Discord, I've had some really good feedback on other parts of that video, but one thing that caught my attention was the overall consensus that LICHICX silence were on par, if not superior to, the design of the Haimu silence. Well, ask and you shall receive, because today I'm super excited to check out these Nightshades from Invokeys, which are manufactured by LICHICX. So let's talk about it right after you LICHICX that LICHICX button. First off, who is LICHICX? Based on this review of their Lucy switches by the goat himself, LICHICX is a Chinese switch manufacturer that first appeared in the Western market in late 2022. But according to Therbingoat's research, LICHICX may be affiliated with Varmillo based on several Chinese patents they hold for electrocapacitative switches. If you want to know more, make sure you check out his review, which I'll have linked in the description below. Gion's also worked with LICHICX to produce a version of the raw silence, and at this point in my own research, color me pretty interested. So let's talk about the switches of the hour, which was sent to me by Invokeys for review. If you haven't heard of Invokeys, they're a California-based team of two who got their start in May of 2021 slanging switch lube on Reddit, but have since released 7 unique switches like the matcha lattes and the black sesames. I for one love their aesthetic and their packaging, which is tasteful but doesn't take up a lot of space. Opening up the box, we've got the switches themselves, which use a wing latch style POC top housing with a nylon bottom and a palm stem with 4mm standard travel. The spring is an 18mm long single stage spring with a 63.5 gram bottom out, and the switch is lightly factory lubed. Taking a closer look at the stem, the magic, the silencing magic that is, happens due to this silicone piece that separates the stem legs and the keycap cross itself, which works remarkably well in dampening the sound of the switch and reminds me kind of like the Van Keyboard's J spacers that you used to make Jailhouse Blues back in the day. Let's take a listen in my Vertex Arc 60, which is a gasket mounted 60% with an aluminum plate. Keycaps are GMK9009. Here's a typing test. So as you can tell, these switches are nearly inaudible during normal use, with no crap sounds and only the faintest thud on both the downstroke and the return, even with an aluminum plate. As for the type feel, there is a very slight dampening that you can feel during typing, but it doesn't get to the level of mushiness like most rubber dampened silent switches. I was shocked at how quiet these were, considering there's absolutely no silencing material in the bottom of the switch, and these are insanely quiet while also being very comfortable to type on. But now it's time for the $1 million, or I guess the 30-cent question. How do these and similar LICHICX switches compare to Haimu's own silencing tech? Let's take a quick listen with the dB meter on the screen. In terms of their loudness, the Nightshades and the Haimu Heartbeats are nearly indistinguishable, with both of them consistently around -25 to -26 LUFS. They also both have a lack of squishiness that plagues most silent switches, and to be honest, I'm having a hard time picking a clear favorite. So at the end of the day, it'll come down to price, and the Haimus destroy the LICHICX silence at only 30 cents a switch compared to the more standard 65 cents per switch for the Nightshades. Now these switches were designed in collaboration with Alas, who is very active on the SwitchModders Discord and actually was the guy who got me onto LICHICX silence in the first place. And according to him, the LICHICX silence really shine in top mount aluminum or other stiff plate designs. I'll have to do a little more testing to see how well that holds up, but at the end of the day, these are a very solid switch, and I'm really glad I got to try these LICHICX manufactured switches, because it's innovations like these that help propel the MX switch scene forward as we approach 2024. Check out some more keyboard content here. I'm MakerMods, and I'll catch you in the next video.